folks. It's Sherman Ray, and this is Livin in Vegas, the podcast. Hey, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. I know I am. I'm having a great morning this morning. I'm a little behind the times, so I'm trying to make things happen here. I wanted to make sure some of you were asking about my clock yesterday, so you can see the hands on the clock are at 8:30 right now. Yep, 8:30. Can always see him, the guy running like that. And my wife got me that clock, so I'm very excited about it. Um, so I want to welcome everybody to the show today. It is our final Tuesday of 2021, and I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to 2022, especially after the weekend that I've had and even the start of the day today. So today we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to talk about Lee Canyon, so we're going to talk about the weather a little bit. We're going to talk about some restaurants that made a very prestigious list, and we're going to talk a little bit about some gift ideas for that you can use those Amazon gift cards for. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get started with all of that, let's talk about our magazine, Livin in Vegas magazine. Livin in Vegas magazine coming out. Um, in another couple of days now. We're literally almost done with it. So very excited about that. Um, and we're having a launch party that is going to commemorate Living in Vegas magazine. And, you can't ask for much more than that. You really can't. We're going to be high atop Mandalay Bay Tower at the Foundation Room. So very excited about that we're going to be doing that January 15th. And you are invited to that party. So literally, I think we're down to like the last 20 tickets or so. I mean, I've been telling everybody this for a couple of weeks now. I know we get with short notice, but we only had a certain amount of tickets that are available for this event. And if you still want to go, there's actually still a couple of tickets left. And right above me. So if you're on our Facebook group page, you can actually go right above me, right above my head here. I'm looking at the page right now, so it's there. Um, Go to our Facebook group page, and you will actually see the link to. Well, that's actually a couple above me, I guess. You can go to our Facebook group page. The link is above me. It's on Eventbrite, and really, that's the only way you're going to get into it. And I'm very excited about this. It's our first event of the year. A lot of people are excited about it. A lot of people are coming to this event. And you get to meet the cast, the crew, some of the people who are a part of Living in Vegas magazine. Yeah, so very cool. And you get to see my mustache because it's getting, by then, I'm going to have the curl thing going on. So you'll get to see that. It'll be all done. And I'm very excited about that. January 15th, over at the Foundation Room for Living in Vegas magazine, the launch party. But, folks, some of you say, hey, I don't want to wait. I want to get the magazine when it first comes out. Well, we can do that too. Really, all you've got to do is send me an email. Send an email to livininvegasmag@gmail.com. Livininvegasmag@gmail.com. So it's not living. So it's live in without the G. There's only one G in the whole title. Livin in Vegas. Okay? mag@gmail.com. I will send you a digital copy of the magazine. I will even register you. Okay, I'm very busy, very busy guy now. But I will register you for the event. All you have to do is send me an email, and you will actually get to be there. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so so something happened, and I told my wife about this just a couple minutes ago because it just happened. I was on the freeway coming over here to do the podcast. And so I'm driving on the freeway as I want to do during the week and or Monday through Friday. I'm near the World Market Center. Guess what happens? Yeah, some guy spins out on the freeway. So I'm coming north on I-15 near the World Market. It's really wide open there. I'm going to get ready to get on the spaghetti bowl to come north. Some guy is sideways now on the freeway, skidding down the freeway. I think he's going to stop. Oh no, he doesn't stop. You know what he does? He starts coming across the freeway right at me. Yes, right at me. And I have to take evasive maneuvers. That's right. I had to do my best, you know, um, NASCAR move to avoid the wreck. Okay, I think it's because I watched a show yesterday that was showed on NASCAR, how you avoid the wreck. So some guy sideways on the freeway, skidding down the freeway. I'm coming at him. I'm getting ready to T-bone this guy, right? And all of a sudden I go, and there's a car next to me, and we're probably both going, oh, go, 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 go. I swerve, miss the guy, miss the truck that's behind me. It's a big truck. He's not slowing down for whatever reason. He's going fast. I'm going fast. I swerve in front of the guy, avoid the T-boning the guy, and keep going down the road. Dear Lord. And I said, thank you, Jesus. I really did. It was like, oh my gosh, this was terrible. This was probably one of the worst things that's ever happened, and I avoided the wreck. So thank you. I was able to make it here to the show because it was just ridiculous. Anyways, I thought I'd tell you that early this morning. Okay, so what happened this morning? Okay, so there was a story this morning. This brother right here. I have to do this story beginning because this guy needs to be in jail. All right, so this is Rashawn or Rushawn Gaston Anderson, and he is suspected. Remember, there was a story last week, and it was about a guy in Chinatown who was shot. He was shot for no apparent reason. Some guy comes in to rob the restaurant, and now the guy is in critical condition, and he's just, the whole community's come together. We did the story on this, where the guys, the Asian community, the AAPI, the Asian Chamber of Commerce, the restaurant are all coming together to pay this guy's bills because he's a rock star as far as employees goes. Sorry about that. So this is the guy. This Rashawn guy is the guy suspected of shooting. Sorry about this. Suspected of shooting the guy. A citizen or somebody who was walking by recognized Rashawn Gaston Anderson, and they got him without incident. Thank you, Jesus. That was good. Normally we don't do stories like that, but you know what? I really think that this story talks about the resiliency of their valley and the cool things. The people will bend over backwards to do good things for you. We've got a lot of people moving in the valley that are going to learn that. You're going to learn Vegas is actually pretty cool. It's a tight knit place. We want to be nice to each other. We want to love each other, and so this guy needed to be in jail. If he or whoever else is out there, we need to turn these guys in, get them off the streets, because this is Vegas, baby. This is Vegas, baby, and we need to have good people here, not people that are going to screw up everything. This is a view of McCarran Airport, or now it's called Las Vegas Reed International Airport. Well, they are already saying that we're probably going to be overflowed. There's going to be. It's one of the busiest airports in the nation. Okay, not just here in Nevada. It's one of the busiest in the nation. I just flew out last week. I was out of town about a week ago, and it's busy because I went into Oakland. Oakland is like compared to McCarran. McCarran's huge compared to Oakland Airport. So Las Vegas has one of the nation's busiest airports. Millions pass through the airport each year, making it the 7th in the nation for most passengers. Okay, so they've been talking about the growing demand and the pressure that's going to be putting on the airport. So they're thinking about actually expanding the airport to Ivanpah. Okay, Ivanpah Airport. And they said, so the Clark County Department of Aviation says we are landlocked. So there's only so much room for expansion. We're basically capped at this point. The airport has expanded relentlessly since the mid-90s. but even with that, they're just, there's really no more room to grow. And so they're thinking about, in Clark County. Clark County owns 6,000 acres in the Ivanpah Valley near Prim, so that's the south of the valley, to build another airport. And so that might be something they're going to do. I mean, they've been talking about it to expand the airport a little bit more, so they actually have a little bit more ways of servicing the people. There's a lot of people. This is airport officials say the proof is in the numbers. Since 2010, get this, Reed International, which it's called now, it used to be called McCarran, just got changed to Reed, has seen a steady growth of passengers from get this, from 3.6 million to 4.6 million in 2019. Okay, so in 2010 we were about 3.6, 2019 4.6. That's a lot of people. After the pandemic setback, the airport is right back where it was. So we're not slowing down, folks, not at all. As a matter of fact, there was a study that said Las Vegas will have another 500,000 people here in the next 10 years. Oh dear Lord. So we are at 600 and something thousand people here in Las Vegas. We're talking over 1 million people here in this valley. Okay, I mean, in the metro area we're over 1 million, but in Las Vegas they're saying 500,000 more. Oakland, in perspective, only has 400,000 people. Okay, a little over 400,000 people. So we're huge, just huge. Yeah, it's major. Let's talk about our Raiders. The Raiders. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited about the Raiders. The Raiders are still own their own destiny right now. But we're having some setbacks here because six members of the defense for the Raiders, have been placed on reserved COVID list. Okay, so that was just yesterday. They were put on the reserve list. There's a lot of people doing the same thing. As a matter of fact, the same thing is happening with the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas Golden Knights have the same issue where we've got members of the team who are actually on the COVID list. So this is not good. We've got to do something about this, folks. I know when the women played, our Las Vegas Aces, they were in what they call a bubble. The same thing happened with the NBA when they first came back, um, right when they first started opening things back up. They were in what they call a bubble, which means they couldn't go out. They're to play. That's it. You go home. That's about it. You're not going out partying with all your buddies. And so we've got to do something about this because it's just we can't. I think in basketball you have to have 8 people playing, and there have been on occasion people with or teams with just 10 guys. Okay, it's very tough. It's unsustainable. You can't do that. And I know they've got this new, more virulent COVID strain. It's not as deadly, but it'll spread pretty quick. And you just want to try to be careful. Just be very careful. Some of you, this might be the first time you're joining us. I'm Sherman Ray. I'm the host and the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine. And speaking of the magazine, we're coming out with our new magazine. It'll be coming out, gosh, in just a couple more days. It's called Livin in Vegas magazine, and I'm very excited about it. We've been working on this thing for a long time to get it up for our January launch. So very excited about it. And if you want to get a digital copy, folks, all you have to do is write to me. Write to us. We've got quite a growing mailing list. It can always get bigger. We will definitely send you a digital copy of the magazine. And really, all you've got to do, send me an email. Send to livininvegasmag@gmail.com. That's livininvegasmag@gmail.com. And you'll get it. Okay, you really will. Also, we're having a launch party. Launch party's coming up. It'll be at the Foundation Room. And if you're on Facebook right now, on our Facebook group page, right above me is a link to that event. We'll leave it in our show notes. It's on our website. It's on our. It's all over the place. You can actually come to the event. There's very limited. I just don't know how much more I can stress this. It's very limited space. we only can have like 100 people. That's it. I know 100 people. Usually our parties are like 400 or 500 people. We got 100 people, top of the stratosphere, or excuse me, top of the foundation room, and that's it. And the only way you get up there is you have to have a pass. It's got to have your name on it. Can't have your friend's name on it, or something like that. It's really got to have your name on it. Okay, so, but just go to the link that's above me. You can actually get to that, or send me an email at Livin in Vegas Mag, and I will put your name on our list. Okay. Um, what else we got? Oh yeah. So there's some changes in the laws in Las Vegas. So there's new car seat laws that are coming in. Yeah. And wow, the new requirement for rear facing car seats and booster seats will be in Nevada law starting January 1st. Assembly Bill 118 requires children to remain rear facing in their car seat until they are at least 2 years old. Okay? At least 2 years of age. And this is interesting, folks. Um, so a lot of people go, no, I just like my kid. I want him to see where he's going, blah, blah, blah. Okay. They're going to probably bust you for this. I can't imagine them not. Probably will. Um, so you just got to be very, very careful of that kind of stuff. Also, down on the strip. So on the strip, this isn't that a beautiful view? I'll tell you, I don't know if people realize how beautiful Las Vegas is. I'm gonna make that a little bigger. I'm gonna make that a little bigger just so you can see it just for a second, and then I'll make it smaller. Okay? Is that awesome looking? Okay, I'll get out of the way for a second. Is that awesome looking? Um, the Vegas Strip is probably one of the most beautiful places in the world, bar none. And they're checking it for radiation this week. Low flying helicopters will be seen over a 3 day period. The U.S. Department of Energy's National Nuclear Security Administration um, will conduct low altitude helicopter flights over the strip and its surrounding areas this Wednesday through Friday. Okay. Um, the reason why um, they will measure expected background radiation as part of standard preparations to protect public safety and health on the day of an event. Okay, we're going to be talking more about some New Year's events. Yeah, I got time. We'll actually be able to get to that. So you'll actually see some flying planes if you're up in that area. That'll be on our strip area, which will be cool. I mean, so don't be scared. Don't be scared, folks. I'm trying to let you know. Don't be scared about that at all. Um, Lee Canyon. Up at Lee Canyon, if you're ever up at Lee Canyon, folks, and a lot of people are up there, um, they are they got new snowpack up there. I think they had 4 or 5 feet up there, but a new chairlift is just um, opened up. So there was a tweet from Lee Canyon, and I get their tweets all the time, which is really cool. Um, so on Sunday they had 3 or 4 inches of new snow, and I think it's actually open now. So don't quote me on that. We'll check on that a little later to see if they're open. But it was closed for a while there because guess what? It was snowing. I mean, there was a lot of snow. And as a matter of fact, we did a story yesterday about up northern Nevada, up in the Lake Tahoe area, Lake Tahoe, California area. And they had actually closed that area near I-80 up there because of so much snow. That is still closed. I mean, there's down trees. There's all kinds of crap going on up there. So you've got to be very, very, um, very careful. They said in addition to Sherwood, Rabbit Peak has been open since mid-December after it received, guess how much? 17 inches of snow. Bluebird Chair opened on Christmas. So those are the chairs that are available. And so we will actually leave a link to this on our Facebook page. So we'll also leave it on our website. And we're going to probably be linking a lot more stuff to our website, so you'll actually be able to get a lot more of these stories on our website at livininvegas.com. That's livininvegas.com. So there was a story. Many of you probably got Amazon cards for Christmas. And if you did, you're probably thinking, what the heck am I going to do with these Amazon cards? Okay, I know I gave out Amazon cards to all my grandkids because it's very tough to shop for them, and generally I don't get what they want, and they leave it hanging and stuff like that. I got a new jacket. My daughter actually got me a new sport coat, which is really cool. I really like this sport coat. I like the way it looks on me. So, there's some things that you can actually get. That there's a list. We'll actually put a link to this list on our Facebook page and on our website. Um, excuse me. You can get a wireless headphone beanie. Yes, I know that. That's actually pretty cool. So a wireless, and especially if you're skiing, you want headphones, and so it's a wireless headphone beanie, which is great. 3-in-1 charger station. Actually, I got one of those for my wife. It's actually a 10-in-1 charger station. You can get that. That's from Samsung. We'll actually link to this, so don't worry about it. You'll get to see all this. 14-piece cocktail shaker set. That's right. You want a shaker? Get your cocktail shaker set. Very cool. Neck massagers are always good. Neck back massagers. A Kindle paper white reader, which is cool. You can always do that. All that kind of stuff. And once again, we will link to all of this stuff. What I need is a laptop stand. Okay, just to get my laptop just a little higher. Okay, so very cool. Typewriter, keyboard, and many. Oh, we can get a Fitbit. Very nice. How much are those now? Huh. Yeah. Anyways, a lot of cool stuff that's out there, and you can actually get to see a lot of that stuff. Do I have time? Oh, yes, I do. Okay, so there is what story do you want to do? Okay, I'm going to do this story. So there were 4 restaurants in Las Vegas that were put on the Open Tables list. Okay, Open Tables is a I don't know, a what do you call it? A list of where people write in and they say, hey, this is cool, that's cool. And there were four restaurants in Las Vegas of the hundreds of restaurants. And we've got so many great restaurants here. But 4 of them stood out as really great eateries in the country. So out of the entire country, of the 10.5 million reviews, these 4 made it on the list. One's called Elia Authentic Greek Taverna. That's over off of West Sahara. We'll actually put a link to this. Don't worry about it. You'll actually get to see this. So it's Elia or Elia. So Elia, Authentic Greek Taverna or Taverna. It's on West. It's at 8615 West Sahara. The other one's Joe's Seafood. Okay, love this place. Okay, prime steak stone crab, 3500 Las Vegas Boulevard. That's Joe's Seafood. You can't go wrong with a place called Joe's. I mean, that's just cool. Joe's Seafood. Once again, it's at 3500 West or Las Vegas Boulevard South. La Strega, Strega, La Strega or La Strega. That's over at Town Center Drive. It's at 3555 South Town Center Drive. That's all the way past the airport. Suite 105. And the Partage, Partage, or the Partage. Okay, one of the two. And that's at 3839 Spring Mountain Road. Okay, 3839 Spring Mountain Road, Partage. And we will actually put the link on our Facebook page and on our website. You can actually check that out. So that's pretty cool. So that's Open Table's Top 100. We actually have 4 restaurants out of the 10.5 million reviews that were put out there. Congratulations. So Elia's Authentic, Joe's Seafood, La Strega or La Strega, Partage or Partage. And so that's pretty cool. We've actually been on our Instagram page and on our Twitter page. We're getting followed by some very cool people. I mean, I'm just so thank you. So yes, we do have an Instagram. We do have Twitter in addition to our YouTube channel, which we hope that you're watching this on also. And if you are watching our YouTube channel, just go ahead. It's over here. Okay, so right below me here, just go ahead and subscribe button and subscribe to our page. We're getting more and more people that subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can always check out our videos that are coming up, our Facebook page, of course, and our website at livininvegas.com, livininvegas.com, formerly known as Lovin and livininvegas.com. So you'll still see some of that marking kind of stuff that on our website. Um, I've got a list, folks, and I'm not going to be able to read the whole list here because it's a pretty extensive list of places for New Year's. A lot of New Year's parties coming up, and you're going to have to start uh, choosing where you're going to go because there's a lot of them. We will actually leave this. We'll put a link to this list on our Facebook page. It'll be on our website also, where you can get a link to a list of all of the New Year's events that are going on. So I'm going to leave a question in on our Facebook page and ask you, um, do you have a New Year's party? Okay, are you going? And I think I actually asked this question before. Are you going to a New Year's Eve NYE party this year? If so, yes. If so, where? Where? Okay. So I just put that question on our Facebook page, and if you are, just put it on there. Okay, it's on our group page. Very lively group of people on our Facebook page. We got over 500 people there, and it's growing all the time, which is cool. Very excited about it, and we even have people who are taking our this video right here, and putting it on their pages and stuff like that, which is cool. We want to make sure that you actually do leave all of the information on here, all of the badging, all that stuff. That needs to be on there. People need to know. Living in Vegas, baby. It's really what it's all about. But there's a list of New Year's parties that are going on. The Speakeasy and Distillery, or the Underground Speakeasy and Distillery, is going to have one at the Mob Museum. Where else? Vegas, the Las Vegas Club Crawl is going to have one, which will be very cool. What else? The Usual Place at the Usual Place. The Usual Place is actually at 100 South Maryland Parkway. There's going to be a masquerade party at the Gold Spike. Where else? Those are all December 31st. And once again, we'll leave a link to this so you're not going to miss anything, folks. Quiet Riot and Crash Midnight, December 31st. So Quiet Riot is going to be quiet. It won't be quiet. I can guarantee you that right now. I thought I saw Lizzo. Lizzo is going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe. How many other people? There's so many. I mean, there's a lot of them, folks. I mean, this is just a partial list. There's well over 20, 30. There might even be 50. The Jewel Nightclub is having something. Oh, yeah. Reggae night. You got to have reggae, man. So I'm Jamaican, so you've got to have reggae. Rick Ross will be in town. All kinds of stuff, okay? And so we will leave a link to this and on our website at livininvegas.com, and you will get to be able to see all of this stuff, folks. It's just very cool. Anyways, is that it? Do I have another one? Okay, that's it. Okay, that's all the parties I've got. All the stuff I've got. Restaurants, we did everything. Yep, got it. We won't do the story about the guys forging stuff. We want to have fun. Really, I want to remind you folks, you live in Las Vegas. This is the greatest place in the world. I was thinking about this and talking to my wife about this morning. And I said, honey, I am so blessed. We are so blessed that we get to live in the entertainment capital of the world. I'm going to be going out today to take some pictures. We're finishing up the magazine, but yes, I'll be out taking some pictures. We'll post those to our Instagram account because people love seeing the Instagram account and some of the cool stuff that we get to put on there. And we love to brag about Las Vegas. Love to brag about all the cool things that are there. And we want you to see it too. So get our magazine. It's coming out. It's coming out in literally in about a week. Literally, it's just that close to coming out. And you'll get to actually see Livin in Vegas magazine and get to read about some of the cool people that are being in there. You'll get to read an article from Courtney Langer Courtney's going to be talking about some of the things that moms get to see and get to enjoy in Las Vegas from a mom's perspective, because she's got a little bitty 2-year-old, or he's 3 now. So very cool. And you're going to get to hear stories from Audrey May. She's talking about beer, and there's so much more that's going on in Las Vegas. Anyways, we are out of time, folks. We're out. We're done. We will see you again tomorrow, 8:30 to 9, for Livin in Vegas magazine. This has been Sherman Ray. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, folks. We'll see you later. Bye bye.